I need you in the kitchen cooking some chicken for me.
What is up, guys? Welcome to Virtual Redban, episode number 836, I think, maybe. Anyways, happy Wednesday to you. I'm having my first drink of the night. Cheers to you if you're having a nice adult beverage on the old hump day. This is a Death Squad mug. If you want to get a Death Squad mug, you can go to deathsquad.tv. There it is. And right at the very top, you can click on Shop Squad. And that will take you to shopsquad.tv, where we have shirts, hats, mugs, stickers, a bunch of stuff. Things are selling out like crazy. People are going crazy during the holidays. This is your last chance to get a pill jacket, which is a coach's jacket. And it's got it's wrinkled in this photo. I should have redone it. But anyways, it's a great jacket. It's the kind of jacket I like to wear all the time. It's one of those nice little installated little coach's jackets. It's my favorite jacket. Of course, where you live might be too cold for this jacket. But, this is a good jacket to wear. I'm always one season off, all right? Leave me alone. Anyways, go to shopsquad.tv where you can get your own shirts, hats, mugs, or the jacket, or just go to deathsquad.tv for all the links. You could also check out every episode of Kill Tony. All of them are here at Death Squad. It's always been that way. You can always find it also on Spotify, iTunes, and youtube.com/KillTony. Monday's episode was a great episode. Adam fucking Ray. Love Adam Ray. And Ian Edwards. Ian, one of my oldest friends from LA. Me and Ian used to do a podcast at Death Squad. Do you remember what it was called? Put it in the chat room if you remember. Because I don't remember what it's called. I remember it had a weird name. But it was a weird ass podcast. I should put that back up, just because it was so weird. Weird. Anyways, Ian and Adam, old friends of mine. That episode was great. You can also click on this Kill Tony logo, and that'll take you to the YouTube. There's some crazy moments on this episode of Kill Tony. I don't want to give it away, but a lot of people think I have a hernia. And I don't. Let's just say something happened on Kill Tony. This guy was great, by the way. I should have invited this guy to the secret show. You know what? I might see if I can contact him tonight or tomorrow. Invite him to the secret show. He was somebody I was just blown away by. And then when I was editing this episode, I remembered, like, man, that guy was so good. Why didn't I invite? Even myself was like, why didn't I invite him to the secret show? God, I can't even find this. I can't even find what I was trying to show you. Oh, that guy. Oh, a lot of people were asking. This guy, at the end, I said, when he got off stage, I said something like, don't do memes. And I was going to explain it to Tony, but then a surprise guest came out. And I didn't get a chance to explain right here. But the guy that was getting off stage, people were asking me, so I'm going to tell you. The guy that was just getting off stage right there, I think it was like his first time doing stand-up comedy. But his joke, one of his jokes, like his big joke, it was just a meme that was really popular. on. Oh, thank you. Yonder just sent me Mohammed's Instagram. You know what? Before I forget, I'm going to message Mohammed right now. Secret show tomorrow. Boom. Mohammed is really funny. And thank you, Yonder. Oh, anyways, the guy that was getting off stage, he had just done stand-up comedy. I think his first time, but he was doing a meme that was super popular. I had seen it like 4 times that week already, and then right when he said it, I was like, ugh. And then the band behind me was just like, "That's a meme," and I'm like, I look back and I was like, "Yep." And that's what I was going to say. And I didn't want to really bring it up on the interview because it was his first time. You know, and I want to fucking do that to that poor guy. But yeah. And now me I don't know where this fucking shit is. You'd think I would remember. This guy has got an unlucky. Wasn't even in this episode. What scanning? YouTube scanning does not. I swear to God, it was like right around here. Is it after Dedrick? Oh God, I just don't remember, guys. I'm sorry. You got it. You just got to watch. Oh wait, it was this guy, right? Was it that guy? I don't know. No, I don't think it was. What is? I don't care. He wore a bright green hat. Why is that not just coming up in the scan? Was it deleted out of the episode? Oh wait, this guy. It was this guy. I was thinking he looked different. God, this is taking too long. Oh, there it is.
And kind of just sidekicked yourself. Foot was going to go up. By the way, you have big in your name and you're the smallest guy that's been on this show tonight, just to let you know.
Well, I was like 40 pounds heavier in January.
Okay. How'd you lose the weight? The last 4
Other than that, and get really
trans flags? Stan, we definitely need to see this.
All right, so he said he can kick his own head.
All makes sense, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you end up on. Oh my God. Oh my God, it counts. That is not how I expected that to go. That was a true sidekick to the head, direct to the forehead.
Yeah.
I kind of thought your foot was going to go up high, but no.
And I will admit, I didn't really think this out, but it just seemed like if I just thought in my head, I've never tried to kick my own head, I guess. But I immediately was thinking, I think everyone can kick their own head. Like, it's just no one is trying. Because I'm just thinking in my head, like, oh yeah, I could wail it. I was probably thinking more of like my knee. Not even that. I don't even know. It just seemed, I was a little green-teed, guys.
You leaned your head down and kind of just sidekicked yourself.
I think we could all do that, by the way. Just none of us would ever do
How many of you want to see Redban try that right now? Come on, Redban. You can do it. He's here to kill Tony history right now. We once saw him try to suck his own dick.
Oh, he's using his hand.
Dude, that's crazy because that wasn't even close. And yeah, I just never have tried that before. You guys just watched me break my cherry. Yeah, we gotta watch that in slow motion, right? All right, let's watch this guy in slow motion.
That is how you end up on.
Damn.
Oh.
That's crazy. And he did kind of like a wide swoop. God, it makes me want to try it again so bad, but I'm too old for this shit. But he like now looking at it in slow motion, he did a like a wide, like his leg came out very wide when he did that. Watch how wide his sweep is, I guess.
Definitely need to see that. It's starting to all make sense, ladies and gentlemen.
You don't think he did it all the way? You know what? All right. If this guy that did this, sorry, I can't remember your name. If you ever listen to this, and if you ever do this on stage, or next time you tell somebody you can do this, even if you don't hit your head, it's so fast and crazy, it looks like you did. And when you do it, just go, like, make a click sound. And it would just be funnier. And people will probably be so shocked from what they saw that they wouldn't even realize that you made a click sound. Just go. That's how you do it. And if you're on stage, just put the microphone kind of near your chest when you do it or something like that with one of your hands. I don't know. Because that will come off a little bit better. All right, let's watch him do it.
That is how you end up on.
Oh, he did.
Oh,
No, he totally hit the top of his head. And then my
That is
fatal.
not how I expected that to.
Dude, this shit needs. This shit needs. That definitely needs like some music behind it. Oh, I know what I could do. I could play. I don't know if I told you this or not. I haven't even talked about this yet. But that opening song is one of my latest songs I've been working on, called "Close the Talk." And that name might change, by the way. It's just like the third day I've been working on this song. You know, put the chicken in the kitchen. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, that's made by my fake band Capred 7. You can find me on Capred Music. Capred 7 is also on Spotify, Amazon. It's just a bunch of fun, stupid music. I write all the lyrics. I make a lot of the beats. AI sings it all for me. I'm not just sitting on Suno typing in, put a song about VCRs, make it. There's a song that I've been working on. A lot of you guys have been watching Virtual Redban for a while know this. A long time ago, I wrote a song called Janice, and I wrote it just for Janice. See, usually I do this part 1 of Virtual Redban, and then I go downstairs in between part 1 and part 2, and I'm like making the Instagram post. I'm getting ready for part 2, and it's like tradition, and it's so nice that she does this for me. It's almost exactly the same. It's like Groundhog's Day every time I do it, though. She's always on her phone, usually laying crazy. Like Janice is one of those people that will lay like upside down and just be looking at her phone while she's on her back and her feet are pointing toward the ceiling. She's hilariously crazy. But she's always on the phone, and I go, And then when I'm coming down doing the post, I always go, "Hey, Janice, can you grab me some ice? Because I need to refill my ice container for part 2 of Virtual Redban. This is just ice." Porsche dealer, Porsche Austin. So I always go, "Janice, can you give me ice?" And she's, sometimes she goes, "Yes," but there's times where she doesn't hear me because she's too involved at TikTok or something. And this was one of those times. So the next time I did Virtual Redban, I had written a song that if she did it again, I was going to play attached to my Bluetooth speaker in the living room. I was just going to play a song, because sometimes I'll play songs also in between part 1 and part 2, because I'm working on the song for part 2 or picking the song I want for part 2 of Virtual Redban. So it's not crazy if I just start playing a song in between part 1 and part 2. And sometimes it doesn't faze Janice at all. She'll just sit there. Look at her. She'll just sit there and dance around like this. So I decided, now look what I've done. So sometimes I'll just play a song in between part 1 and part 2. So I wrote a song, a real quick song. And this is a song that I didn't write the beats for originally, the original one. I just made a quick song. But I wrote the lyrics. And the lyrics were there were like 3 paragraphs. The idea was, it sounded like a song about Janice, get off your phone. And the whole song was about her just getting off the phone. It repeated lyrics. It was one of those songs where it just repeated the lyrics lots. And then it goes into, and while you're at it, can you get me some ice? And, it's kind of like it starts off so romantic and nice. It's a song about Janice. And then it's like, while you're at it, we get in the kitchen and get me some fucking ice, bitch. It's kind of like that. I thought I had saved the security camera footage of when this happened. And maybe I have, I just can't find it. But she was on her phone. I come into the living room. I hit play. And I acted like I went outside like I usually do, smoke and shit. But I just kind of spied on her from around the corner. And when it's like, Janice, she like immediately put her phone down. She looks back at me and she's like, what is this? And I was like, I go in and I'm like, this is something I never do. And it sounds so cringe, but that was part of the joke. And to her, I'm sure if you asked her at the time, she's like, oh my God, Brian is being so romantic right now. He never does this. And so I go, Janice, I just put my hand out and I lifted her up off while the song's playing about getting off her phone. And so she's thinking, oh my God, this song that he wrote, it's just about me getting off my phone. And now he's bringing his hand down and pulling me up to dance. Isn't this romantic? And then I start doing like the slow dancing thing. I've close it, and I don't dance. I don't slow dance. I don't know how to do this, but I was trying to act like I was just being kind of romantic. I even bent her down at a part, and then I knew the getting the ice part was coming, and so I did the twirl thing while I'm looking at her, and then it says, and while you're at it, would you get me some ice? And then I quickly untwirled her. She fell back on the couch, and then I just walked away and looked back at her. She's like, you fucking dick. Anyways, that stupid song I wrote, I don't know, time's weird right now. 4 months ago, I've been obsessed about it because there's just something about, where it's like this somber song and then it's like, it speeds up a little and goes, and while you're at it, would you get me some ice? So that song, I have made 100 different versions of. I've wrote twice as much lyrics, 3 times as much lyrics, added all these new lyrics to it. And I've been just obsessing about it so much that there was 3 versions that just I kept on going to. And those 3 versions I released as an EP. It's out right now on Spotify, like I said, Apple Music, Amazon. They're urban ones. And on YouTube. You could listen to it on YouTube. Just follow CapRed7. This has all my videos and unreleased music and mixtapes. But the Janice EP is 3 different versions. This is the regular version. This is the version that I ended up with. And it used to be called the heroin version or the druggy version. Because I wanted this song just to sound like, hypnotically, like you're just sitting there coming down from heroin. And I forget, Janice says that sounds like a famous musician that's out right now. Like, it sounds like her kind of music. And I know who it is, like, when she tells me, but I've never listened to her music, and that seems like right up my alley. She's pretty popular. I forget her name. Maybe some of you in the chat might know who I'm talking about. Not Taylor Swift. Fuck, who is it? Anyways, I released the Janice EP. There it is. And by the way, fun fact, this album cover is Janice's face when she was sleeping. And then I took a picture of it. And she had her mouth open like this. Like, and I told AI to open her eyes. Like, will you open her eyes? That's all I want you to change. And it did these crazy, like, it looks like her eyes, but these are not her real eyes. This is what ChatGPT thinks her eyes look like, and it made it kind of off, a little wonky, and looking up like that. I mean, these are Janice's little freckles. But I just thought it looked so funny, especially if I show you the full photo, if I could ever find it. But anyways, there's 3 versions. There's Janice, which is the regular drug version, the normal version. There's Tex-Mex, which is the closest to what the original sound like. See, like this one. Janice. See, and this is when I was slowly dancing with Janice, like we were at prom, you know, like don't step on her feet, just rock back and forth. And I remember her looking at me like, Brian, what is getting into you? This is, you know, for a girl, it's kind of romantic.
Get off the phone. Janice.
All right, now here's where it goes, good guys. So we're still dancing. I'm about to spin her. It sounds like what heroin would feel like. Yeah, exactly.
And while you're at it, could you grab me some ice? You know it makes the drink go down nice.
If you only knew how pissed off she was right there. Anyways, then there's Janice Tex-Mex version, which is what it sounded more like the original. A little bit more groovy, but also a little bit more country.
Don't you see the sunrise? Don't you feel the morn? While you're at it, could you grab me some ice? You know it makes the drink go down nice. Yeah, while you're at it, could you grab me some ice?
And then lastly is the zombie version, which brings me back. We're watching slow motion me getting a hernia. And I think this needs a little soundtrack to it. Don't you guys think? Let's play Zombie. This I made for Halloween.
That was a true sight.
Janice, don't you see the sunrise? Don't you feel the morning glow? Don't you hear the birds sing calling you to let it go? Janice, get off the phone. 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 Yeah, Janice, get it off the phone. Get it off the phone. Get it off the phone. Janice, don't you see the daylight? Don't you watch the night roll in? Don't you see the stars shine
Clown
as the
chorus,
world
right.
begins again? Get on the phone. Oh, get on the phone. Get on the phone. Yeah. And while you're at it, could you grab me some ice? You know what makes the drink go down nice. Yeah, while you're at it, could you grab me some ice? You know what makes the drink go down nice. Oh, Janice. Janice, don't you see the sunset? Don't you feel that here it was? Don't you see the moon glow shining right before your eyes? Janice, on your yoga mat, groove on the screen. Fall
Now,
right through your routine.
I think one thing that probably confused my stoned ass is that I'm actually really flexible. I just don't stretch and I don't ever do this shit. But like just to show you how flexible I is, I do end up kicking my own head, I think.
Janice, get off the phone. Get off the phone. Get off the phone. Oh, Janice.
Close.
Get
Oh,
off the
I do.
phone.
I do my head.
Get phone. Get
A lot of people think I have a hernia now.
Now you're on a plane, headed far away, chasing mountains wrapped in fog cliches. Acting like physics from the books you took, old castles of brick with hidden nooks. Oh, Janice, get off the phone. Get off the phone. Get off the phone. And while you're at it, could you come back here with ice? You know it makes the drink go down nice.
Check out
While you're at it, could
Kill
you come back
Tony,
here with ice?
episode
You know it makes the drink
746
go
with
down
Adam
nice.
Ray and Ian Edwards.
Oh, Janice, get it off the phone. Get it off the phone. Get it off the phone. Oh, Janice, get it off the phone.
Anyways, every episode of Kill Tony can be found at DeathSquad.tv and also Capred, where you could listen to this song. You could listen to the Janice EP. Just click on this picture of my cat with its bread around his head, and you could listen to Janice Zombie Edition or any of the Janices.
Oh, Janice, I texted your voicemail and called. Green bubble since this morning, maybe the fog. Tracking tag says can't connect. Starting to think it's the internet. Oh, Janice, where are you on your phone? Are you okay?
Okay.
Are you alone? Please.
All right. That's enough. Just go to DeathSquad.tv. Last but not least, guys, if you are ever in Austin, Texas, I have a comedy club. Did you know that? It's called the Sunset Strip. It's one block next door to the Comedy Mothership, which is always sold out. So if you want to go see comedy, come, it's sold out. You can't get tickets. Come on next door to the Sunset, especially every single Thursday, tomorrow. Just click this link here at DeathSquad.tv or go to sunsetstripatx.com and you can go to the website, get tickets. My show tomorrow, The Secret Show. You've heard me talk about it on Kill Tony many times. So every Thursday, it starts off with Yonder Wizard playing the music for a pre-show. Then it goes into nonstop stand-up comedy all night long. Usually 15 comics are over. There's a lot of comic. It's just comic after comic. There's no host. People are doing quicker, faster sets. A lot of people are trying new stuff. Like, this is a good show to try some new stuff on. It's a workout room. It's always been, or a workout show. It's always been a workout show. But it's mixed with headliners that are in town, Kill Tony's favorites, some of the funniest people in Austin, and you never know who's going to show up. So that's tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Pre-show starts around 7:45. Go to Sunset Strip, ATX.com. Every Thursday. There's also just tons of other shows. Like tonight we had Brian Callen. It's acting off. It's like an improv show. We just have all these really cool shows. Uncle Laser. Oh, there's going to be Uncle Laser show December 12th. Nice. Sick. Sunset Strip ATX. Or again, go to deathsquad.tv. There you go. I think that's it. That was a long one. That was a long fucking opening. How are you guys doing in the chat? Oh my God.
It's so nice. Hurry up now. Hurry up now.
Roy, thanks for the tippy poo. He says, been watching old Brode and Esther clips. So funny. Thank you for being such a good friend. I know, man. I love Brody. I miss him. Think about him every day. I literally have a painting of Brody in my hallway that I refuse to hang. And it's right next to the bathroom. So I can walk by him every day and look at him. Oh. I refuse to hang that painting. If you guys don't know, Brody Stevens is a funny ass motherfucking comic. He's like a Brian Holtzman though, where you have to get him. Once you get him, then you're the biggest fan in the world. Once you get him, he's just absolutely insane, or he was. He's no longer with us. He even had a show on Comedy Central. His best friend was Zach Galifianakis. He was in the movie Hangover. He told everybody every day, multiple times a day. But he was a really good friend of mine, and Esther Pavitsky, Lil Esther, and we used to do a podcast called Brode and Esther. A lot of you don't know because you're new to Kill Tony or whatever. You're new to me. You don't know about a lot of this shit I used to do because pretty much I have taken it off the internet for the most part. You know, a good cleanse of the soul. And Brode and Esther, though, is one of the podcasts that are still up. I re-uploaded all of them about 6 years ago. It's one of the ones I used to do at my old studios, all these different studios. And it's a journey. It's a journey. And I haven't rewatched any of them because it's too hard for me to watch myself, especially from that long ago. And I don't know. I just don't want to. It seems scary. But if you're looking for just one season of a show, because we only got up to, I think, 17 episodes, maybe, because we took a lot of breaks in between, and a lot of things were happening at this time. And I did this a lot. Brode ended up, and Esther both ended up getting to a point where then podcast companies swooped in and took them from me. It's a long story. And so then they just did their separate podcasts. You know, I was great of doing that, like building somebody up and then a company buying them from me. And then I was like, well, all right, I guess all this work I did is just bye. Yeah, I've been butt fucked more than anybody in the podcast industry. Anyways, Broden and Esther, if you just want something different, you're working, you never heard of Broden and Esther, and I'm sure it's probably it's a hard watch. I bet it's a hard watch if you don't know Brody, and if you know Esther, because you know a lot of people. Why would I want to watch Esther complain about lattes? No, this is old Esther. This is poor Esther. This is Esther. Yeah, it's a different kind of Esther. And there's some dynamics in this podcast I think is really funny. Let's just take a random episode. Let's do, I don't know, Broden Esther 9. A lot of copyright infringement probably in this.
I wake up to the morning sun.
Oh, yeah, I can't play it.
Stevens live here in Pasadena, California with the great Esther Patvitsky, everybody. Let her hear it. Yes, we are. You thought it wouldn't happen.
And by the way, this is my old studio. And my old studio was pretty much what I'm doing right now. That's hilarious. I haven't done projection in a while, but I have this projector. If you missed last episode of Virtual Redban, I talked about some Black Friday deals. And I'm going to get to that. I have two cool things to show you tonight after I babble for a bit. But, having a projector in the back, I've always loved the look and feel. I mean, I'm an old projectionist. I'm an old fucking fuck. But the idea of just like a projector in the background or a movie theater, like a drive-in movie theater in the back. But that's what I used to do at my old studio. And my old studio was mannequins that I bought, sexy mannequins. They all had to have big tits and asses, and most of them were naked. But I bought sexy mannequins, and I dressed them up in nerd shit like Boba Fett helmets. This was very controversial. In the background behind Brody was a Call of Duty Nazi zombie, and he was dressed up as a Nazi, but he was a zombie. But he's a zombie, and I just had projectors everywhere, and of course, all my Death Squad Cats collection, which you can still see because this used to be my Austin studio. That's why it looks like a mess. But I still have them. A lot of them are broken. They're all over the place. They're all over the fucking place. There's fucking statues everywhere. This, by the way, is all fucked up because I had a studio in here when I first moved to Austin, and then I tore it down just so I could just do this instead. And there's so much shit everywhere. But it's all like, it's not trash. It's like expensive computers and gear and set stuff. I just need to box it all up, I think. But I kind of like the idea of having like crap in the background, like it's like going out of business sale or something.
There are so many doubters said this show would never, ever happen again. What's going on? Well, people, we are back, and we are stronger than ever. We carpool, we hike, we talk, we hang out.
And by the way, that Call of Duty, it's a Call of Duty Nazi in the background. Somebody made it for me. And old episodes of Kill Tony, when I used to show it, I don't even know, it's probably like a Nice House Chronicles, but you could plug it in and his eyes glowed yellow. It looked like a Scooby-Doo thing.
In the lobby of our apartment building, we work on each other's personal well-being. I push Esther to hike. Esther pushes, who was
sometimes Brody was more intense because he was very heavily medicated, which was, I mean, if you watch Broden and Esther, you'll figure it out. But he was very heavily medicated, and sometimes he was great. Other times he was this, where it seemed like he was too medicated. And dumbass me would just sense when he was being too intense and he wasn't feeling good, and I would just try to tickle him.
A shoulder massage.
He needs it.
That's fine. All right, so I got a little dark there.
Yeah, Brody, we need to stay towards the light.
Good. That's what you're here for, Esther. So how was your, what have you been up to, Esther? I went to Chicago.
Yeah, you did. I didn't go. I told everyone I was going to go, and then I didn't go. I'm sorry, everyone.
Right.
Why didn't you go?
Because I've been busy editing my pilot, and,
Actor. You know, self-providing, entertainer, self-employed. And that's
A little shocked to hear from me.
Oh, we also took phone calls. I'm on the phone right now with Don Barris.
Is this Don?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Don
hey,
Barris,
Don.
how you doing?
Don Barris.
Hey, Don, that was fun last night, remember?
I don't remember much of anything. I
Oh.
never remember much of anything. I do remember this. I remember my pal Brody over there. That's what I remember.
That's right, drumming
Although I do
away.
remember trying to get Brody. What's that? Look at this big smile. Who's a happy boy?
Wow, this is a lot harder to watch now that I'm watching it, guys.
Who's ticklish right now? Brody, can I tell you something? Can I tell you my opinion?
Yeah.
All right. Here's what I look at. I think that there's some things that are
What a insane episode. I just randomly picked this episode. I promise you, I did not pick this episode on purpose. I just saw the thumbnail and it was this, and I thought, oh, here's a part that looks funny. I didn't know this was probably one of the most intense episodes I could have ever picked, knowing the outcome.
on in your life, but you're dwelling on it way too much.
Yeah.
You've got so many things going for you. How many people in this world would love to have Zach Galifianakis pushing his career?
Yeah, this is hard, guys. I don't know. I might have to turn this off. This
Not
is
many.
too
I mean, everybody.
Not many at all. You go to the comedy store, people idolize
No,
you.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Ooh, that hit me a little hard. Anyways, check out Broad and Esther. I released all the episodes. They've been there for a while. You can find it on my Redban YouTube page, just Redban, which is where you're watching a lot of this right now. Yeah. Check out my weird root beer taste test. Trying to
Scared the fuck out of me.
Change the
This
mood.
one's the
This is where me and Janice, remember the girl, the hit songmaker girl?
smoothest out of all of them. What'd you say?
Smooth, but what is that fruit taste that I taste? Does it even have?
Yeah. You want to watch that? You want to watch that? Anyways, thank you, Roy, for the tip.
That's nice, dear.
I want to see.
My word.
I want to see.
You really shook something loose there, Tiger Roy. Oh, shit.
My word.
Thanks, first, last, he just became a member of Thrush. I mean, he became a Thrush member. If you're on my Redban page, you can become a member for $5 a month. And it gives you a lot of deleted episodes of this show, Virtual Redban, and random videos here and there. You also get first look of videos that I'll later post. Stuff like that. What else was I going to say? What was I even talking about? Now my brain's scrambled. Interesting. I don't know what I was talking about. You know what? Let's just talk about the tech nerd shit. I don't know if I had some kind of trail I was going on for this hike of, if I use words like hiking and trails, it might trick my body into thinking I'm working out. It's all about tricking your brain, guys. Tricking your brain if you're sad, tricking your brain if you're thinking of a bad idea. Trick your brain. I always say, if you're ever in that fucking sadness of not getting laid and depressed and you're about to do something fucking stupid, masturbate. That's like the craziest reset of your brain ever. See, now I'm getting all this fucking whatever. Let's change it. Let's talk about some cool toys. Let's nerd out a little bit. This is fun. I like this because we're all nerds. You guys are watching me on YouTube right now. You guys are fucking nerds. Last episode of Virtual Redban, episode, I guess 834. Not the VR part, but the first part. I talked about things that I bought from Black Friday. And I got to show you guys a lot of those Black Friday things on Friday because I had same day shipping. And we talked about a lot of stuff. And in that episode, I also talked about how I bought this. It's a PSP Vita, the first edition. And this is an old handheld that Sony made ahead of its time, in my opinion. The PlayStation Portable and the Vita, which was the second thing. It's amazing how much better graphics and quality and everything seems so much better than the Nintendo Game Boy Advanced or whatever. But Nintendo has those Mario games, and you know, I don't know. I get it. I like both of them, but I was always a huge fan of Sony and their handhelds. And I think if Sony, especially now that, you know, these handhelds to play PC games like Steam Deck and Xbox, you know, handhelds and shit like that, which are just clones pretty much of the Steam Deck. Once those became popular recently, now I think it's the time Sony should bring back the Vita or the PSP Portable and stuff. But I bought this off of a website called, what was it? Anyways, if you just type modded PSP, there's a lot. If I can think of it, it's like PSP Vault, or I talked about it in the last episode. Go watch the last episode. But anyways, this is just a hacked PSP, and it has an OLED screen. This model has an OLED screen. It's got. I mean, it's just fucking nice, and it has every single. It's hacked, and it has every single game, every single PSP game on it now, and NES, and everything up to, I think, Dreamcast or something like that. It works really well. And it's just, I think it's cool because it's a little retro. PSP Vault. Thank you, first, last, in the chat. And I think there's other ones. Like PSP Vault might not be, I mean, it took about a month to get. That's just so you know. I think it's shipped from China, obviously. But I think there's other ones out there. Just do some research and shit before you go. But I will say PSP Vault did ship after, you know, I did get my product after a month. Whatever. But then when I got that though, I was like, this is so good. And this is using an old processor and shit like that to emulate. And I've bought so many cheap handhelds like this one. This is the one I think I got at, what's that fucking store? Oh, God, I don't even remember. But they sell these at $5 Below, I think. I think you could buy one of these for like, I don't know. You could buy this, I think, you could also get the same thing on Temu. And it's so cheap. I don't think there's any battery left. This is a rechargeable, I believe. But it feels very light. And this is really good just for like Game Boy games, NES games, and shit like that. But it's like, I think this is like $15. You can buy this exact same thing, like $15 on Temu or TikTok Shop or any of those things, right? I think you can even buy this on Amazon. It's literally a piece of shit though. But I always buy these little. There's another one I bought. Do I have it here? I have another one. God damn it. I know it's here somewhere and I see it right when I... whatever. I have another one, which is just a hard drive that I bought off Amazon. And it's got pretty much every single fucking video game in the world. And all you do is you plug it into your computer and it just loads up on your computer. There's an episode of Virtual Redban. I talk about this already. Anyways, I can't find it. Go back and watch every episode of Virtual Redban and you'll figure it out. But it got me to thinking, there has to be a better version of this that's like from China that can play all the cool games and stuff like that, but just a little bit better quality, and the processor can actually handle all the games and blah, blah, blah. There has to be a good one right now. And I found one. I think I found this originally. I've been finding a lot of things on TikTok Shop lately. And then what I do is I go and I copy and paste, or I take a screenshot of it and then Google backwards image search, and I find out what the real product is. Because TikTok Shop, sometimes you can have some deals on there, but most of the time it's just a rebranded product that you could buy for like half the price, and sometimes Amazon you can get it for like super cheap, you know. I found this and it just looked badass. It's called the Retroid Pocket Flip 2. And this I got from, again, I'm sure you can buy this from other companies. This I got it from antiboring.org. Like, not boring, I'm antiboring.org. And you can get it in blue. And when you get it, it doesn't have this Mario shit all over it. This is just a sticker they give you to put on top. So when you get it, it's just going to be like blue. I got the black one. Like, see this PlayStation shit? That's not on there. That's just a sticker. So when you get it, it looks more like that. And then if you get the blue one, it looks more like that. Anyways, I saw a video of it and I was like, wow, this looks actually pretty legit. And I'm going to tell you, I buy a lot of this shit, these emulators, all the time. I have a box. I swear to God, if I were to pause Virtual Redban right now, I would find 5 different emulators in this room that I have forgotten about. And if you've watched Virtual Redban a lot, you've heard me talk about this already. But this is the best one I have got. And it is expensive. It is $329. But if you think about it, you know, if you're buying a Nintendo Switch or whatever, it's going to be a lot of money. And Nintendo Switch only plays Nintendo Switch games. Why don't you buy something that plays Nintendo Switch games and everything else too? This is it. This is the Retroid Pocket Flip. It is very heavy, which is a good sign. Maybe it's the battery or not. It is not the shitty fucking plastic that I swear to God, if you leave this outside in the sun, it would evaporate. You open it up. Now, this is just a video to make it look like I'm playing it. I got something in my eyes. Ooh. Yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. It's not what I want, guys. Hold on. I don't even know how to do this yet. I'm trying to... Some games it lets you just... I just restarted. I haven't figured it out completely, but this little fucking thing, it's got 2 of these. It's got one. It's got that, and it's got that. It's got these buttons. You got volume on the side. You also got, and all these. By the way, all these things are really nice. So I just loaded it up. It loads up into like. I'm guessing this is like Android, but all you do is you click on the first little thing right there. It takes you into this, and I had to, go through the library of I don't know how many games, and I had to delete all the ones I didn't own, for legal reasons. So you should do that too, because I don't think there's a way to order it with games that you don't own. So I had to just make sure you guys do that too. I spent about 6 months going through all the games and just deleting and verifying I had all the games, So just make sure you do. I have verified. But anyways, you go through the menu, and it's very well done. This is WonderSwan Color. These are all Capcom, fighting games or whatever. You got arcades, PC Engine, Turbo Graphics, one of my favorites, Bonk's Adventure, Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo 64, Nintendo DS, Nintendo. Look how that fucking whip goes over the menu. Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, GameCube, Super Nintendo, Nintendo Switch, what? Wii U? Anyways, you get the idea. And let's just go back to my lover. Oh my God, it's still going. Let's go back to my lover. One of my favorites, the PC Engine. Let's just see. Once you click on PC Engine, and it's like, you get the idea. It's just every single. Anyways, I own those games. And the crazy thing is, it plays so. Right, this is one of my favorite consoles of all times. Also, I always like the alternative consoles like TurboGrafx, 3DO, Dreamcast. I always love those. But everyone knows that Crazy Taxi 2, not even the first one, is one of the hardest to emulate. Look, it just started where I left off. Oh God, I can't play this music. Anyways, you get the idea. I can't play that music. It's copyrighted, but it plays well. The music plays well. And that's just like there's a few games where if you just try out on a system, it will tell you if the system's good or not. Let me just power off here. Battery life, I don't know. It hasn't been a problem yet. I've been playing a lot. I've been playing Gauntlet. Remember Gauntlet? I was playing Gauntlet on, I think it was Dreamcast. Gauntlet Legends or something. I can't remember what it was. I'm a big Gauntlet guy. I used to have a Gauntlet arcade. Anyways, what I'm saying is, yeah, it's expensive. But so far, I've only had it for like 2 or 3 days. So far, this is the best fucking thing ever. It's very heavy too. I mean, I would say it's a pound, 2 pounds. I don't know. It's about the exact same weight as a PSP, I would say. PSP a little bit heavier, maybe. Just a teeny bit, if I had to choose. It is the best one I've had of all of them. And I highly recommend it. Just make sure, again, you own all the games. Anyways, I got the black one, but after looking at this blue one, I kind of I wish I got that. That looks just more fun. And the sticker, they give you the sticker, you can make it look like a little Mario. I mean, that just looks cooler. I'm kind of angry that I didn't get the blue one. So there you go. That is recommendation 1. You can go to antiboring.org, not a sponsor. Antiboring.org is where I got mine. Holy shit.
My word.
I want to see.
My word.
I want to see.
That's nice to hurry up.
Holy shit. Thank you, Coding Face. $20 tippy poo. Thank you so much, Coding. That's a high roller motherfucker right there. That's a high. Let's see if I can do this. Did you high roll motherfucker? Doesn't work anymore. See, I wonder why it's not working anymore. Oh shit. Did you high roll motherfucker right there? Did you high roll motherfucker? Did you high roll motherfucker right there? Coding phase. Thank you. I just added a new sound, a new wave for you. A new wave. I just added a wave file for you. Thanks for the tip. Why was the Ice House Chronicles canceled, and could something like that ever be done again, or the podcast game too corporate now? No. This is all true. What I'm about to tell you. Ice House Chronicles wasn't canceled. The studio that I used to do the Ice House Chronicles in was a part of the Ice House. I rented a huge part of a famous comedy club, and it was my studio. It was big, as you can see. And I paid for it out of my pocket. It was like a hobby. Back when I was doing Ice House Chronicles and Death Squad and all that, we didn't have sponsors. So like all these podcasts I used to do, like Brody's and Your Mom's House and all these podcasts, I would just pay out of my pocket. And I didn't charge any of the podcast people I did. If they wanted to get a sponsor, they'd go at it. I didn't take any of their money. I did it because I wanted to help my friends out. And I was just fascinated. I was fascinated with producing and making podcasts. It was one of my favorite hobbies. This is also when most of the time I was working full time on JRE, which is another podcast I started with Joe. So it helped me. I don't know. I just was addicted. It ruined my life. I literally spent almost every waking hour editing, filming, and doing all these podcasts when I wasn't doing JREs, and when I wasn't doing Secret Show. I stretched myself so thin. I was working like a Chinese factory worker, and I was paying to do it all, which was fucked up. So Ice House was about to sell their building, and they did. The Ice House sold the Ice House to the owner or former owner. I don't know if he just sold it or so, of the Lakers, I think it is. I don't know. And so I was pretty much, and I wanted to leave. The place was falling apart. The roof was constantly leaking and caving in. I swear to God, the ceiling there was sometimes I would come in and all my podcast equipment would have stucco and water on it. I'm like, this is expensive equipment. And it was because of the roof, because it was an old building. And the electricity was about to make a fire. The whole place was unkept. It was an old building. So the owner wanted to sell it, obviously, before it fell apart and killed everyone. So the guy from the Lakers bought it, and he had the money to gut it out and remake it. And I haven't been there since they did that, but I guess where my studio is now a very big bathroom, a woman's bathroom. So I kind of like that. I want to go back though just to see it. It would trip me out so much. You know what? I'm gonna be back in LA. I think early January, and I think I'm gonna make sure I stop by and do something. Maybe I'll do it. See if I can do a spot or something like that. What was I saying? But that's why I stopped doing Ice House Chronicles, because the idea was Ice House Chronicles was we all sat around a table. I would put on the secret show on stage in the other room, and while we're all just waiting, it's like the green room of a comedy show, but the comedy show had like 15 people on it. So it was just like a rotating podcast, pretty much. Hey, there's no green room, but if you want to just jump on the podcast, have some drinks and smoke with us, let's turn the mic on. And I love that idea. And now that I have Sunset, one of my ideas is to bring it back. But there's something that's been holding off, or there's a reason why I've been holding off. And one day maybe you guys will know. It's just not a good idea for me to pursue that idea yet. But let's just say it's been in the works for a long time. And I have a downtown studio that I got. And the idea was to actually do live podcasts from there also, a different kind of podcast from there, not just virtual reality podcasts and stuff. But that also has been on hold ever since I actually got it. Yeah, a lot of stuff in my life is on hold right now. And it should be, I'm hoping 2026, you'll see more stuff like the Chronicles coming back and some other things that I'm excited about. That's another reason why I've been working on Cap Red and making this music so much, is because to keep my brain busy and doing something until I can get back to doing a few other little fun things here and there. That was a really long, vague story. I'm sorry. But thank you, Coding Phase, for the tippy poo. And I will say, though, when I bring back the Chronicles, if I bring back the Chronicles, it won't be live anymore. Those days are over. I watch these Kick streamers and the shit that goes on with these Kick streamers all the time, and I'm like, man, it's too fucking stupid nowadays to do that dumb shit. I'm not talking shit about Kick, because I think I'm broadcasting now on Kick under the name CapRed7. But I'm just saying that those younger streamers, like those people that are in the news all the time, it's just fucking too much drama. I'm too old for that shit, Too old for that shit. Burp. All right, guys. I have one more thing to talk about. One more tech tip. One more Christmas idea. What am I sipping on? I'm sipping on a Tito's sugar-free Red Bull. Or as I like to call it, a gay Vegas. Let's party, but not with the calories. This last thing I want to show you is something, again, that I'm also addicted to. Hold on, you know what? This is something I want to show you. Let me get up. As you guys know, or a lot of you know that I've been watching Virtual Redban for some time. Another thing I really love and I'm addicted to, and I will tell you when when the Tesla bot comes out, I'm going to be pre-ordering that motherfucker. I'm going to tell you that right now. I've almost bought one of those stupid robots, you know, like the Redban robots. I've almost bought one of those, but that's not what I want. I want a real robot. But as you guys know, if you've been watching Virtual Redban for a while, I buy a lot of dumb robots already. I've bought this poor sweet animal. He's dead. This guy is one of the most cutest robots you'll ever meet. And I'm pretty sure he's dead. His battery is dead. I wish I could turn it on for you fellas. I wish. Let me see if I can charge him up. See if I can get any kind of life from him. Oh, he has to have his docking station. Oh, I'm not doing that. Anyways, this little robot, you could drive around. He had this little, kind of like he was a little construction worker. His little face always lit up, and is a vector. This is a vector, and you've probably seen these guys on TikTok. And the company that made this went bankrupt. And this poor robot is just dead now. You turn him on, he just sits in the corner because he can't connect to his server. He just sits around like he's scared, like he's about to get raped. And just imagine cute eyes on the screen, and he's just, I don't know what. It's sad. Watching a robot, a poor child robot. And then I bought a Moo reboot. I don't know what this thing was called. It was the same thing, but he was like the Hummer of that. Like he had a screen too, but he was like, no, you're a construction worker, bitch. I'm going to. And this guy was fucking badass. He had these big fucking fat tires, and you know what? I haven't turned this guy on in a while. I don't remember how to turn it on. And this guy was cool. This guy was real cool. And a lot of these guys have like cameras, and they did things, and they had like very early AI, and like you could talk to them, and they can do little dances for you, or you could have them patrol your pad and stuff like that. And then this guy was the same idea. He had little headphones on, and he had a face, and he could do like crazy dances for you. And but I tell you, this little baby, I miss him the most. He was just a little boy. You know, these guys, these urban like people that just, I don't know this. Anyways, you get the idea. And then, of course, the Tony Hinchcliffe robot, and like, I mean, he would just sit there and go, you know, I don't know. So I'm a sucker for robots. And I was watching, I'm embarrassed to say, a cat influencer, as I do, on YouTube. I can't think of his name right now, but he just reviews cat toys. And he reviewed this toy, and it looked badass. It looked fucking cool. But at the end of the video, and he said something that kind of stuck with me. He goes, wow, I really liked that robot for our cat. And they make a better one that does so many much cooler things. Maybe I'll get that and do a video in the future about it. When I heard him say that, it was Black Friday. I was like, wait a second. There's a better of what I just saw? And there was. And its name is the Ebo Air 2S. And because it was Black Friday, I immediately was like, I need to learn more about this little robot. You know what? Let's just watch a review of it. This is the robot, though, right here. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen me spam my Instagram last night with this. Here's a review. This is from Techline. We'll skip around in this video if you want to watch the whole thing. Check out Techline on YouTube.
Hi everyone, today we're checking out something a little different but super fun and surprisingly practical, the Anabot eBot Air 2. This isn't just another pet camera, it's a mobile...
Whoa! Dude, look at that cat's eyes! What the heck is wrong with that cat eye? The one on the right? That looks like fucking Lord of the Rings shit. That's cool. Techline, if that's your cat, that is fucking... Your cat has a beautiful eyes. That's cool. Sorry.
Robot companion that patrols your house, interacts with your pets, and even shows emotions. I've been testing this little guy around the house for a few weeks now, and honestly, it's a really cool little gadget. So let's dive into what it does, what's in the box, and whether it is worth your money. Let's start with the basics. What do you get inside the box? I've got the eBot Air 2 in this clean, minimalistic white color, and I have to say, it fits perfectly with a modern home setup. Inside the box, you'll find the robot itself, a charging dock, a power plug, and some paperwork. Everything is neatly packaged, and right off the box, the first thing I noticed is the build quality. The eBot Air 2 feels solid and well made, with high quality material.
I will say, this seems like one of those products, while it's expensive, and I did get it like pretty cheap for Black Friday though. How much did I get it for? I think I got it for $2.99. There's a link below if you're watching on YouTube. Right now it's $3.99, but I think I got it for Black Friday for $2.99. Anyways, the build quality, solid. It feels like it's like an Apple product in some ways.
Materials that don't feel cheap or flimsy. It is surprisingly lightweight, which makes it easy to carry between rooms if you ever need to. And the design, honestly, it's really nice. Smooth lines, clean look, and a friendly vibe that doesn't scream a security robot, but more like a tiny tech buddy for your home. With its compact and rounded body and tracked wheels underneath, it's ready to roam right away, and it definitely leaves a good first impression. One of the first things that impressed me is how smoothly this robot moves. It is built with a tracked wheel system, so it glides around effortlessly, even over rugs and slight thresholds between rooms. The robot has an upright design, which means even if you accidentally kick it or try to tip over, it usually rolls back onto its feet. It's a small detail, but really clever and super practical, especially in a home with pets or kids running around. Using the eBot Home app, you can control its movement in real time, kind of like driving a remote control car. And what's nice is that you can adjust both the speed and responsiveness of the controls in the app. So whether you want precise, slow movements for faster roaming, you've got options. It makes navigating around furniture or chasing after your cat that much easier.
And I want to say, chasing after your cat, I love how there's a part of this robot that they keep on bringing up, and it's a part that made me interested in the product, it being a extreme cat toy. It is combining two things that I look, Amazon released this beta robot thing a couple years ago, and it never really came out. I forget the name of it. Maybe somebody in the chat knows what I'm talking about. And I wanted to buy it at one point, but now I'm like, I don't know. But I wanted to use it as like a security drone, kind of like Star Wars, where I'm like, something's going on in her. I'm not home right now, but let me activate the drone. And it was like a robot that could go around and like serve you drinks and stuff, but also patrol your house like a robot from Star Wars, and like you could watch video from it. You know, it's pretty much like a Ring Cam or a Nest Cam that you can control when you're not around the house. And if you have hardwood floors like I do, or wood floors or whatever, it even makes it better. So it's that, but also I have 2 Maine Coon cats. They're pretty much kittens. And if you know what Maine Coon cats are, they're pretty much constantly needing to burn energy off. They're like little Joe Rogan cats. And they need to just fucking go crazy all day long and be played with. And cat toy that also records video that makes the cats super interested. My cats are so addicted to this motherfucking thing. They think it's like the second coming of Christ. And they don't want to fuck it up as much as when it's around. They just want to look at it and touch it. Like it's like cats and technology is something that's always been amazing to me. If you have a cat, you get one of those iPad. Like my old cat used to just want to sit and lay on my iPad, and I would turn it on, and there was apps like fishing apps and stuff for cats, and he would just play with the iPad all day like a teenager. My cat would just sit there hours playing on my iPad, like these cat games of just touching fish and touching colors and stuff. Cats love technology. The cats are the most nosy Karens in the pet world. And it's not because they're Karens, they're like engineers almost. They're, how is this working? How does this look? Like they patrol your house like, I want to know every inch of this house and what's going on in this. So when you bring technology, they love it. So I love that this company is literally combining home security and stuff like that with cat toy.
Of course. What makes
and by the way, Billy Mullen, Cats Suck Balls. I bet you your whole life you only know feral cats or free cats that people find outside of gas stations or random cats. If you hate cats and you're around my cats are like fucking ninja dogs. Get around a full-bred Maine Coon cat. You'll be like, what is this mystic dragon? I get it though. Most people only know free, feral, inbred cats. I get it.
the eBot Air 2 useful isn't just that it moves, it's the camera. This thing packs a 2K high-definition camera and the footage looks very good.
And so the one I have, I guess this is a little bit older, the one I have is 3K. It's not even 2K. 3K video. And the video's great.
Tiny device like this, whether I'm checking in on my cat while
Look
I'm
how good.
at work.
Look,
or just
this is
keep
the
an eye
2K,
on-
I guess, 2K version he's doing. Look at that. This is a pretty good photo right here. In a perspective that you never see on the ground with the animal.
On things when I'm in another room, the detail is sharp and the field of view is wide enough to cover a good chunk of space. And when the lights go out, no problem. It's got a built-in infrared night vision.
It's got night
which works
vision.
surprisingly well. We can still see what's going on clearly even in a pitch black room. It really does give you 24/7 visibility of your home and your furry friends. Now, this next feature might not be essential, but it definitely adds personality. The eBot Air 2 lets you customize its emoticons, those little digital eyes it displays. You can switch between hearts, winks, smiles, or even create your own designs. It gives the robot a bit of soul, honestly. I didn't expect to care about that, but it really does make it more engaging, especially when it reacts to you or your pets. The two-way audio feature is actually pretty cool. It lets you talk to your pets or anyone who's at home while you control the robot. I tried interacting with
So, in a couple of months, I'm going out of the country for a week, and we have people watching the house and stuff, and they're watching our cats and shit. But I wanted to be able to be like in the middle of the night, be like, "Oh, I miss my kitty cat," and be able to like go there, and I could talk to the cat. I could pretty much do a phone call with my cat and use it as like a speaker and talk
my cat using it, but honestly, he's so used to all the gadgets I test that he barely even reacts anymore. Still, the audio quality is clear and it's fun to use. So here's a quick audio test so we can hear what it sounds like.
Hello, Mr. Cat. How are you today? Wake up. Hey, cat. Wake up. Hey, cat.
Yeah, see, that's so cute.
With a pre-installed 32GB micro SD card, the Evo Air 2 records everything locally. That means no cloud subscriptions, no monthly fees, and you're in control of your data. All the video clips, whether motion triggered or manually recorded, are saved right on the device. Battery life is decent. It will roam around for a few hours on a full charge depending on how much you use it. But here is where it gets smart. When the battery starts running low, the device automatically returns to its charging dock. It uses infrared scanning to locate the dock and it parks itself perfectly. As long as you place the dock in an open area, it works every single time. No need to chase it down or plug it in manually. It takes care of itself, which is super convenient. I've touched on a few app features already, but let's go a bit deeper, because the Evo Home app really unlocks what this robot can do. On the main screen, you can control the device manually using on-screen arrow keys. The movement is smooth and responsive, and you can send it back to charge or activate the built-in laser pointer. Basically a fun little toy for pets. Though in my case, my cat's been around too many gadgets to care. Still, it's a fun option for curious animals. You can adjust the movement speed, take photos, record videos, and more. One of my favorite sections is the Skills tab, which includes pre-programmed actions, sounds, and expressions. Tap an action, and the robot performs a movement pattern. Play a sound effect and you might get your pet's attention. Or
dude, the sound noises, you could play cats, you could play all these crazy sounds, and literally you could just make a cat go meow, and the cats are like, what, did you just make a meow sound?
switch to a digital expression like happy or I love you to give the robot a bit of personality. For security, you can set scheduled or motion triggered recordings. You can also fine-tune a bunch of other settings like recharge behavior, highlight brightness, and even draw custom expressions for one or both eyes. In full screen mode, you can get a clear view of the camera feed and access to all controls, including mic toggle, audio, and racing mode for faster movement. Overall, the app is well designed, easy to use, and absolutely packed with features. It really lets you get the most out of the Evo Air 2, whether you're using it for fun, for pets, or...
Alright, anyways, check out the full review at Techline. He did a great job. He seems to like it. I'll show you some of my first use of it. And it really is good. And I'm not saying this is just a good cat toy, but if you want, if you're somebody that wants like the ability to like, you know, my backyard camera is going off right now. Let's just send one of my robots, and you're at home or you're at work on the shitter. You could sit there and control this robot to just go around your house and stuff. Here's me fucking with my dog Wiki, who is blind and deaf. This poor girl. And I can't play the sound because of the music that's playing during it. So I'll just play a random song. Here's Wiki. Actually, let me just play a little bit so you can... What? No longer available? Oh, no. Why'd that get deleted? See how it's meowing? So right here, it's in search mode. You could put it in search mode, so it just goes around the house looking for a pet. And you can have it like meow or bark or make any noises. But this crazy cat 2, has been stalking it from behind so it can't see it. So now this is a couple minutes later, the robot has found Cat 2, and you could tell it's locked in. It's like a cameraman for Cat 2. And so I decided to AirPlay my video to my TV because Cat 2 was watching herself on the TV and was amazed by it. And the robot was just stuck, like being a cameraman. And my other cat, Uma, was like, what is going on here?
Cat 2, what are you sitting here looking at? Oh, you're looking at yourself.
See, that's the video live. That's a live stream from the robot. The robot is filming Cat 2, and Cat 2 is staring off, looking at the TV, looking at herself. I know, it's trippy as fuck to even think about. See, that's Cat 2. And by the way, you can hear me breathing pretty heavy because
confusing.
My nose is stuffed. But see, there's the robot filming Cat 2, and Cat 2 is looking at the camera. Anyways, highly recommend the Evo so far. The video's good. Do I have any more videos of it? I thought I had more videos of it. They all got deleted, though. They all got deleted. All right, last quick thing. This is pretty funny. It just got fixed, but for 2 days at least. I saw it 2 days ago. If you were to look up William Montgomery on Instagram or on Google, if you were to Google him, it would bring me up as the photo. And this was, I didn't do this. I think this is just a mistake from Google because my Instagram blew up with William Montgomery shit recently. And I think it just thought that I was William for some reason. But it's since been fixed, I believe. Oh yeah, if you're in Texas, Kill Tony is coming to Houston and Grand Prairie. Houston and Dallas, pretty much, I think. Tickets are on sale now. Go to Ticketmaster. I got my second Steve Martin autograph this year. I've been wanting a Steve Martin autograph my whole life. I'm a huge Steve Martin dork. And in 1 year, I got his book signed and his new album with Alison Brown, Safe, Sensible, Sane, signed. And it's under the plastic. They rewrapped it with plastic after he signed it. I don't want to open it now, though. I just want to save it. I think I'm ready to save it. Last but not least, oh, you want to see how big of a dork Janice is? This is Janice listening to her album. This is how Janice dances for real. She didn't know I was recording. Oh, now she found it. Look at her face. Oh, it's just doing the eyelash, my favorite thing. Available right now. Look at that face. Man, that's just a crazy face. That's Capred's Instagram. Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. I don't really post much, but I post my releases. I also post stuff I haven't released anywhere. Like, God, look at that version of Janice. She was like Tomb Raider Janice. Oh my God, Tomb Raider Janice. That's nice. That's really nice. All right, guys, that's the end of part 1. I feel like I missed some stuff I wanted to talk about. I feel like got a little spacey on this episode. But, you know, whatever. If you're in Austin tomorrow, got the Secret Show. I'm also about to release, if you really do like the Cap Red stuff, I will say that I'm about to release a lot of new stuff soon. The Janice shit, I was a little obsessed about, but I'm pretty much finished, I think, with 7 different songs right now. And I was going to release that as an album, but I think I like releasing EPs better of each song, just so you can see, instead of me working, because all these songs, I make so many different versions of them, and you never get to hear the other versions of it. So I like that. So I think I'm going to start releasing more EPs. But anyways, here's a great example of that, I think. Wait, that's not it. Hold on, let me see. What? That's not it either. No, I was right the first time. Hold on. So here's a great example. Whiskey Hole, which is, you guys really like Whiskey Hole, and I love Whiskey Hole. Here's a version, a second version I've been working on. It's a little different. Anyways, if you're new here, part 1 of Virtual Redban is now over. Part 2 is where I go into virtual reality and I become a woman. You know, all that fun shit. And hang out with friends and smoke and get more drunk. Grab a drink, take a piss, walk the dog. Part 2 of Virtual Redban will start soon on YouTube and X. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm about to post the link for part 2. Just wait 30 minutes and part 2 will begin. I'll see you soon. Here's a different version of Whiskey Hole.
Whiskey hole, there she goes. Sit right down or lean and pose. Open wide, let rivers roll. Slide right in that whiskey hole. Whiskey hole, hot and bold. Every sip makes secrets told. Don't ask why, just lose control. She's wide awake in her whiskey hole. Red dress dripping like aged old rye. Eyes like honey, tongue bone dry. Starts real cute, ends in heat. Whiskey drips from head to seat. Glass 1 soft, glass 2 slick. Glass 3 fast, 4 real quick. By glass 5 she pays that toll. Turning round is the whiskey hole. Whiskey hole, low and tight. Tipsy, turning off the light. One more swig and down we go. Falling into that whiskey hole. Whiskey hole, sweet and slow. Let that bourbon off the soul. Nothing hiding over hole. Floating down the whiskey hole. Hands on thighs, face in flame. Ain't no shame when she plays that game. No chaser, just straight regret. Bite the cork and place your bet. Bodies buzzing, minds in space. Every hole got a whiskey taste. She winked and said, fill the bowl. to the whiskey hole. Oh, teeth gone numb, she don't even blink. Got that wild-eyed whiskey kink. Sweat on the floor, knees gone numb. Drum beat deep like a back-end drum. Whiskey trail from lips to crack. Glass tip slow, she don't look back. Now she breathes from a different soul. Tongue retired, it's whiskey hole. Whiskey hole, rise and shine. Drop that glass and cross that line. Kiss it fast or tap it slow. Welcome into the whiskey show. Whiskey hole, ride that pole. Take your shot and play your role. No way out once you enroll. Class dismissed, it's whiskey hole. Summer school heat, sitting out back. Barefoot, buzzing in a whiskey track. She laying low where the river rolls. Sipping slow, patching whiskey holes. Bare cheeks pressing on some baked stone. Healing deep like muscle and bone. Pig came whistling past the trees. She smiled wide in the summer breeze. My mouth kicked in with no control. Tasted the truth of a whiskey soul. Whiskey hole, cool and clean, healed by rocks and tangerine. No more burn, just sweet patrol. Summer breeze in her whiskey hole. Whiskey hole, she tried to heal, but that cork got sex appeal. Night rolls in, she plays her role. Here we go, back to the whiskey hole.